You think about that, June, and I'll see if we can get any thoughts here from this winsome crew. I never realized I was living such a dog's life until me wife gave me blank for breakfast. A dictionary. How do you like that? She still spells it wrong.
You don't give me enough time to look it up.
I never realized. If you can't spell, how can you look up a dictionary?
You know what it starts with, you great thickie.
Oh, you can be so hurtful. The public don't like that, you know.
Don't like what?
You being nasty to me.
I've been nasty to you. My public like it.
What public?
My public. Then what listens to Jimmy Young?
Nobody listens to Jimmy Young.
He must have relatives.
Derek, Peggy, Patrick, Lorraine, Paul,
Sorry.
and Anna. June.
Marrowbone jelly.
Marrowbone jelly. Very nourishing. That's a good answer, June. Well done. Let's see if they're up to it. Are you up to it?
Keeping my mouth shut. I decided for...
A bone. No, it's not marrow. Almost there, Derek.
Half.
A jolly plucky try.
Half again.
A bone. We're getting a bone here. And marrowbone jelly.
Ever had the feeling of not getting anywhere?
It's a bone. Anna.
Goosey and I think alike.
Who's Goosey?
You don't do
What a bone.
Her name is Chapman, so I wrote Chappie.
Chappie. That doesn't have nourishing marrowbone jelly in it, I'm
I
afraid.
didn't know that.
Well, you should have.
Just because you get it for breakfast.
My wife will be round to see you after this.
Promises.
Bonio! I'm afraid none of them are up to that, June. I thought marrowbone jelly was a very good answer. And unfortunately, the crowd we have in this week, they're not up to it. Here's a thought for today. If the Pilgrim Fathers had landed at the North Pole instead of America, their descendants would spend Thanksgiving stuffing a blank. Now, that's one that, geographical.
My friend would like that repeating.
Certainly, and so you shall. Here's a thought for today. If the Pilgrim Fathers had landed at the North Pole instead of America, up in the North Pole, cold, their descendants would spend Thanksgiving stuffing a blank, the North Pole. Lorraine, ready? Uncle Paul?
No.
Okay, here we go. Stephen, what do you think the Pilgrim Fathers would be stuffing instead of a turkey if they landed at the North Pole?
A penguin.
A penguin. I think so, too. I think so. I know how you feel, Peggy, but there's no need to turn on him like some wounded beast.
threw the water at me, thought.
Aha! You know what that means? You know what that's a sign of?
What's that?
She desires you. Oh. She always does that, don't you?
Any good to you?
Polar bear, no good to me, sir. I'd like to see you stuff a polar bear. Peggy, a lolly. I'm stuffing a lolly. They're all mad.
You get penguins at the North Pole.
Oh!
Anyhow, I've never tried to stuff one there.
No.
But I'm
What have you
afraid
tried to stuff at the
a
North?
seal.
A seal. A seal.
Why is that microphone so long?
I know.
What?
Teacher, I know. You see, he's Irish, you see.
Yes.
And he's seen musicians with them batons, you see. And that's for conducting a conversation. Sometimes I approach genius.
Would you two like to put your names forward for mastermind next year? Seal. After all that, seal.
Now, this is a bit awkward. I've got to be very honest.
That'll make a refreshing change. Hello, you.
How can I be wrong for being honest? No, what it is, I did a Bill Tidy, because he wasn't here, and I did draw a penguin, but...
Yes?
But on the other side, I changed my mind, see, and on the other side I wrote it.
Penguin. It's a point to you, Stephen. Magician, artist, Aegis. Lorraine.
Oh, no.
Did you look up the dictionary for this?
No, I didn't. Didn't even think of penguin.
Didn't you?
No.
What'd you think of?
I thought of a sea lion.
A sea lion. Seals and sea lions seem to be the popular choice. All right, Stephen, that means you've won that first round, 1 point to nothing. And so we'll go to you first shot, June, in the second round. So you can take A or B.
B again, please.
B, okay. And good luck. Got some catching up to do. Last year at the Pleasure Beach, I took my secretary for a... This is all lies, you know. I took my secretary for a trip in the Tunnel of Love. Just my luck. There was blank coming the other way. Last year at the Pleasure Beach, I took my secretary for a trip in the Tunnel of Love, and just my luck, there was blank coming the other way, or blankety blank coming the other way, you know. 2 words, 1 word, any number. To boldly go.
Onward, ever onward, Wogan.
Forward then, men. June. Last year at the Pleasure Beach, I think this flu makes my voice, if possible, even more sexy than it was. It was a deep voice.
Get out of it.
Doesn't do anything for me, Flower.
I wasn't really aiming at you. Last year at the Pleasure Beach, all those years ago, I took my secretary for a trip in the Tunnel of Love. Just my luck. There was blank coming the other way.
My wife.
My wife coming the other way, yes. Okay, Derek of the Griffiths.
I couldn't actually think of anything but something really...
The Orient Express. Peggy Mount.
I think this is a great shame.
Her husband, you see, my wife, her husband, nearly, so near, and... my wife... That's a point to you, June. Anna Dawson. My wife! Point. Little Paul.
I happen to know you've got a male secretary. The mind boggles.
Who's been talking out of turn?
However, with my usual brilliance, I wrote...
My wife with a fella. Lorraine Chase.
At last,
Little
brilliant as
pixie.
usual.
There's trouble and strife. Go on. It's another point to you, June. All right, that's 4 to June, who's made a startling recovery in the second round. 4 to you. You won 1. You matched up with Paul in the first round, Stephen. So you won't be playing with him again, thank goodness. But the others you will. That's Derek and Peggy and Patrick and Anna and Lorraine. Snow White dearly loved all the 7 dwarfs, but she had a soft spot for Dopey. Because he didn't have a blank.
I'm glad I'm out of this one.
Snow White dearly loved all the 7 dwarfs, but she always had a soft spot for Dopey because he didn't have a blank. Remember the story. Everybody ready? Stephen, this could be your chance to score and catch up on the second round. Everybody ready then?
No, don't put that.
Oi, let the girl put what she wants to put. You don't mind him.
Good, what did you have in mind?
Never mind what he had in mind. What he had in mind has nothing to do with that.
You leave her alone. She knows what she's doing.
Everybody ready? Okay. Thank goodness Paul Dan.
Go on.
Tush. Snow White dearly loved all the 7 dwarfs, but she always had a soft spot for Dopey because he didn't have a blank.
Nightcap.
A nightcap.
Oh?
He didn't have a nightcap.
Pardon?
Pardon? Derek Griffiths. A brain. He didn't really have much of a brain.
Indeed.
It's a sad old world. Peggy Mount. A brain. Patrick Moore.
I'm not colluding either, but I had a brain.
A brain, yes. That's it, I'm afraid, Stephen. June, will you come out and join me? Stephen, unfortunately, there was no point going on because you couldn't have caught up. Paul wasn't playing. You could only have got 2 more, and that would have left you 1 behind, June. So let's have a look and see what Anna suggested. Were you the brain as well?
We're just going to tear it up.
Beard. Lorraine. Clue.
He didn't have
He didn't have a clue, yeah. I can see how you would think of that, yeah. It's a weird and wonderful world. Stephen, thank you for joining us. Hope that you'll find consolation in the Blankety Blank checkbook and pen.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, now, June, you know all about this. Let's pull back that first board there and have a look and see what the question is that we asked our studio audience all those years ago. Blank 7. Now, you can get the help or hindrance of any 3 of our 6.
Peggy.
Peggy Mount. No, let's see what Peggy says. Peggy, it's blank 7.
Magnificent.
Magnificent. Good. Very good. You thought that
But
was...
I did.
Yeah, don't say too much. It goes to their heads, you know.
Oh, I see.
They demand more money and all that. Who else?
Derek, please.
Derek. Al,
Lucky?
lucky 7, yeah.
Yes, that's very good.
That's
yes.
good.
Wonderful. Lorraine, please.
Blake, 7.
Blake.
Blake 7.
Blake, 7.
Blake 7, yes.
Very good.
Very good.
Very
Now, what do you think? You know, let me remind you, Derek said lucky 7, Peggy said magnificent 7, and Lorraine said Blake's 7, which is a teleseries. Now, what do you think?
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7. Okay. Can we have a look at the 50 blanks board, please? Secret 7.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Enid Blyton.
Yes.
Oh, 100 blanks. Lucky 7. Lucky 7. Well, that means for 100 blanks, June, that you carry off a TV set.
Thank you very much.
You haven't got one of those at home, have you? No. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Let's see what was in the 150 slot. Magnificent. Magnificent. That was Peggy. Peggy suggested that. Very good, Peggy. Good. Right. Well, now, in the last super match, unfortunately, Glenys scored nothing, so it's you to take part in the head-to-head. June, here we go. Here we go. You go round this way. June, you've already won the TV set, but this is an opportunity, instead of that, for 200 blanks to double your blank score and win a camera, a tripod, screen, and projector. You play with somebody here, and I would, you know, not for me to advise who you choose to play with. It's often against. So, who do you think could help you the most here?
Well, they've all been wonderful.
Oh, no, they haven't.
Derek, please.
Derek Griffiths.
Oh, you're making me nervous.
It's very It is a bit nerve-wracking, this, Derek. Now, I'm going to ask you to turn your back if you feel that you can do that to Derek Griffiths.
Oh, one more look.
Yeah. A stolen moment, June. Yeah. Lovely. Right. Stop backing away from me up the stage. Come down here, woman.
Don't get too far away from me now, because it helps if you're closer, you see.
Getting the vibrations going there. Now, look, Derek, I'm going to read this out. It's a short and sharp sentence. There's a blank missing. You've got about 15 seconds to write down what you think is the answer. There's a chance to double up on the blankety blanks for June. Okay. Blank column. Blank column. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Keep your hands still. No, we can't have any of that. Oh. Blank column. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. No, don't turn around. Don't turn around, June. Nerves of steel we have here. Don't say a word. Okay, Derek. Right, hit me with it. Blank column.
Nelson's.
Nelson's. Derek Nelson. Now, June, that's the camera, the tripod, the screen, and projector.
Thank you very much.
And we hope you'll enjoy it, and we hope that everybody else has enjoyed the program. My thanks to all our star guests who took part, and to you for joining us at home, and maybe you'll make it again next week for another edition of Blankety Blank. Till then, good night.